Hey, good afternoon. We're back at Placid Knoll today, my regular home, and as you can tell with the sawmill and the tractor in the background, we're gonna do a little bit of cutting on the mill today, a little milling. And I've got a big old piece of this tree that came down a while back that I originally thought was oak, but it's actually Ambrosia Maple, which means it has that, kind of those wormwood looking patterns inside it. So the first one I didn't realize that's what it was, so I cut it up and as I was cutting, it's too far along, I realized that it wasn't oak, and so I made it into fence posts, or 4x4s at least. But this one I'm going to try to cut up into slabs. It's not very long, we'll see what we can do with it. I think if I cut into like 3-inch slabs, might be able to make something decorative out of it. I'm not sure, but I figure I'll try it. And I think this one I'll stack and dry in the garage. Hopefully that will do a much better job in terms of drying better and than outside. And we'll try it out. So that's what we're doing today. Welcome to TWC Projects, and let's get started. All right, so I don't know if that was worth all the effort or not, but we basically took an Ambrosia Maple that was about 6 feet. I think really only about 4 feet of it is probably good. I think the last 2 feet where all the ants were is just not going to be good. So I may just take a chainsaw and cut it at 4 feet. But they're all 3-inch slabs. Only one side was able to keep a natural edge, which unfortunately is kind of all down on the ground. I'm not sure it's any good anyway. There's moss on it and it's just been sitting too long. So it may still be useful. I'm not sure exactly. It's a pretty wood, parts of it at least, and might make a good cutting board style small table or something. I don't know what I'm going to do with it, but I figured I'd try to salvage at least some of it, since it wasn't really long enough to do much else with it. Like I said, I don't know about the natural edge. I think that's probably gonna have to go. I think it's just not a good bark for it. So anyway, and it's been sitting too long, just too long. So a lot of this, in fact, that's what I'm worried. I just haven't been out here enough, and a lot of this woods, these logs are sitting too long. So I need to do something soon. I need to just, the cedar will be fine, but the poplar and this is the last usable piece I have of the Ambrosia Maple. So I think I'm probably gonna make that into fence posts, honestly. I'm not sure. I just don't have a real purpose for a lot of this. I know people pay a fortune for this stuff, but by the time you try to ship it to them and so forth, it's just probably not, I don't know if it's worth it. But anyway, I've got it. I'll dry it and then see if some projects come up at Bear Ridge. Maybe I can use them in the tree house somewhere, or maybe in the new house I could do something with it. Hard to tell. If not, I can always still rip it up and turn it into some kind of useful lumber. So, but for now, at least I've got it so it's not sitting rotting anymore, and I'll stack it up in the garage with some stickers between it and see how it does. Hopefully it'll dry slowly in there and do well. So I think that's it. I've got to, I may cut up a little bit more of the scrap leftover stuff. I guess I need to at some point cut this up too into firewood. These pieces that were just no good that I had to cut off. So maybe I'll do that a little bit and then I'll call it a day. So. Oh yeah, in case any of you are wondering too, I have this spray for carpenter ants and termites and all that kind of type of insects that eat through wood, and I'll treat this before I leave it in the garage. Not that I have much wood in the garage now, but it's all steel, but there's just no sense in dragging those critters in. So just in case you were wondering, if going to keep eating away at this thing, hopefully it'll kill them all and or drive them away at least. So that's it. So that's it. Thank you for joining me this week, as always, getting outside, creating things, fixing things, and enjoying God's wonderful creation. And also, just trying new things. Sometimes they work, sometimes they don't, but that's partly how you learn, and it's always a good experience. We learn from our failures. Not that this was a failure, but it wasn't what I'd hoped it was going to be. Nonetheless, we got it done, and got a chance to use the sawmill, which I always love being on the sawmill. Cut up a little bit more of the wood that's scrap for firewood. So productive day, all in all, and like I said, just good to be back out here on the sawmill. A lot lumber to cut up at some point, but one day at a time. So thanks again for joining me, and if you haven't already, thank you for subscribing and for ringing the bell to get notified when new ones come out, and sharing with a friend. And have a just have a fantastic week until the next time, and I'll see you on the next project.